Welcome to the RadioU Podcast. Coming up, you're about to get 9 new emojis that you'll probably never use.
Also, Beetlejuice, ha, you almost got me.
All that and more on the way next. Popular TikToker has been forced to take basically all of her TikToks down. She is known as the Certified Beverage Girl, and her thing is teaching you dupe recipes for smoothies and other drinks that you would find at places like, I don't know, Erewhon. Are you familiar with Erewhon, Allie?
Isn't that like, it's basically Whole Foods on steroids?
Yeah. I think it's only in California, and it is a incredibly expensive grocery store. They, I think, are best known. Earlier this year, they went viral for selling an individual strawberry for $19.
What?
Yeah. You heard me right.
Okay. Yeah.
That's the kind of grocery store this is.
No thanks.
And so they are very popular, though, and they one of the things they're very popular for is their smoothies. Mm-hmm. This gal on TikTok had come up with all of the dupe recipes so that you could recreate Erewhon smoothies at home. Apparently, Erewhon didn't like that and sent her a cease and desist about a month ago, and basically threatened to take her to court if she didn't take down her Erewhon smoothie recipe dupes. And she doesn't have the money to deal with fighting that out in court. And so instead, she just had to take everything down.
Had to take it all down. It's sad, but also, when you call yourself the Certified Beverage Girl, you really got to earn that title. You're not certified at all.
Apparently not.
This is
you have no certificate. We need to see a certificate.
I was gonna say this is you're grabbing these recipes or trying to grab these recipes when they're not your own, and you're not certified to show people these. So I side more with her than with a company like Erewhon anyways, but I don't know, that title of her TikTok just made me laugh a little bit.
Who's going to, or how did she get these recipes, or is she just figuring it, like,
I think she must just be tasting it and figuring it out.
Yeah, is that a crime? To me, I feel like they should only be able to do this if she used to work there and like took pictures of the recipes and then is showing people, like, not buying the ingredients at Erewhon or whatever, but just showing people the ingredients that are in everything, that then they feel like they would have a leg to stand on. I feel like she would probably win in court, but she just can't, the average person can't go through all that hassle.
No, they can't. And she mentioned, I believe, that the letter was like, it was a cease and desist, but it was claiming that she had, like, I guess, committed or defamation against them. I don't even know the right way to describe that, but they were claiming defamation. Erewhon was. So is she in these videos like bad talking them while she's making these dupes?
Yeah, or I don't know, just maybe showing how much cheaper you can make it and how much they're upcharging you could be considered defamation as well. I mean, I don't know. They put in, I'm sure, as much scary stuff as they could that just threw a bunch of stuff that may or may not stick if this ever was in court.
Right.
And just
to try and get her to stop. Yeah.
And apparently it worked.
So sad, but that is a lot of times what those big companies do. They just throw the whole handbook at you, hoping that will be enough to get you to stop and that you won't actually try and take it to court to see if something like that holds up in law. And unfortunately, it looks like this worked for them. Yeah,
that's a bummer for all of us that just want to find out what the Erewhon smoothies taste like.
We just want cheaper smoothies.
Yeah, I just want to even know. I've never been to Erewhon. I don't have that kind of money.
I definitely don't want to go. Well, we may have some answers on another space mystery, Hudson.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, so this is an exciting one because it's actually about kind of one of the biggest and brightest stars that we're able to see even with the naked eye, and it's Betelgeuse.
Don't say that 3 times.
Yeah.
I had to.
Well, Betelgeuse is a massive star. It is in the Milky Way galaxy, and sometimes if you look up in the sky, you can see it because it's just so bright.
Yeah.
And it is beautiful, and it's a supergiant, a red supergiant. Well, researchers were kind of always perplexed by Betelgeuse because it would go on this rotation of pulsating for 400 days and then in 6-year periods. And they weren't really sure what was causing it to do that. They were able to figure out that the shorter oscillation was probably just something with its regular kind of size and density, just a weird quirk or characteristic.
Sure.
But the longer one with the persistent, oscillation and such, they didn't know where that was coming from.
The longer pulsation?
Yeah.
That's a word, right?
Sure.
Pulsation.
Sure. The longer pulsating. They weren't really sure why that was happening for 6 years.
I think I know why.
Why?
Morse code.
Morse code.
Yeah.
It's given us a signal.
Yes.
I'm sure there's many that theorize that. But actually, what we were able to find out is that Beetlejuice has a companion star next to it.
Is it Alec Baldwin and Winona Ryder?
No. Although that would be fun.
Yeah.
No, it's got a companion star and it moves around it, and that's kind of why Beetlejuice goes through that waxing and waning period in those 6 years. And so right now we don't really know a lot about this star. It's a much smaller, not as bright, obviously. They were able to get, I think, one image of it from a telescope in Hawaii that, weirdly enough, you know how we talked about recently, where it's like, how are they getting these images? Why isn't stuff in the way or whatever?
Yes, this is what I always wonder.
Yeah, apparently with these earthbound telescopes, they're able to kind of see better with focusing on stuff that's, even very, very far away and kind of blowing the other things that might be in the way out of the frame.
Okay.
So, which is pretty cool in my opinion. But yeah, so it's just on the shoulder of the Orion constellation, Betelgeuse and another little star. But right now it's actually going to be behind Betelgeuse for 2 years. So further research needs to be done on it.
So they can't blow Beetlejuice out of the way.
No, Beetlejuice is way too big. So we're still kind of waiting on more information, but we at least have figured out that puzzle.
How long do we have to wait?
2 years.
Oh, okay. We're going to have to do the show at least that long. Because I need answers. I need confirmation on this.
I need a name. What are we going to name this? Beetlejuice is such a cool name. We need another fun name for this other star.
It definitely should be something related to the movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I like that idea.
Has to. Tim Burton or something. It never ceases to amaze me the way that we will just rip through a good dessert here at the station. The way
just any snack, really.
The office will just tear it down if it's something that we like.
Yeah.
And this is one of the most extreme examples I can think is yesterday morning, like after the show, at the end of the show, we're talking to Chris, the engineer.
Yes.
And he said, I brought in a cheesecake for everybody.
Brought in cheesecake slices.
Yeah, it was started as a full cheesecake, but it was all like assorted.
Yes.
But a full cheesecake size. And just to be clear, Radio U, like we're a pretty small staff. It's basically like everybody that you hear on Radio U and then like 3 other people. Like we have 3 other people in the office. And so, and not everybody's always here in the building at the same time. So it's not that many people.
Yeah.
To eat an entire cheesecake in one day. Especially when I know that you only had 1 slice.
I only had 1.
I had 0 because you were like, do you want some?
Well,
and
I was gonna let you choose which flavor you wanted.
And I was like, I already had a leftover donut. I can't eat. I'm not on a diet, but I can't be on the donut and cheesecake in the same day diet.
No.
And so that is the diet that I'm on. So, and I'm pretty confident that Michael, the boss, didn't have any because he apparently does not like cheesecake.
Yeah,
he doesn't prefer
not.
it, which is crazy to me.
Yeah.
So then we're down to like and then some people weren't here yesterday, so we're down to like
3 people.
Yeah, that
to finish off like more than half of a cheesecake.
Yeah, like
there were already a couple slices gone when I had mine yesterday morning, but it was still so much left that each person had to have eaten like 2 or 3 slices.
Either each person ate 2 or 3, or one person ate like 6.
My bet's on Nene.
Yeah, it's always Nene is always the one. Now I'm kind of thankful that he or whoever it was just
finish it off.
Yeah, because
now
yesterday,
you're not tempted.
I know there's nothing to tempt me there anymore. So, because I would have had a slice today.
So he was helping you out.
I guess so, yeah. And he works out more than I do, so he can afford to take on
all those calories.
Yeah, but it is crazy that I was not expecting an entire cheesecake to go in one day.
When you told me that, I was blown away, but we'll have to find out. We'll have to ask Nene and some other people around. Well, it's the case of the disappearing cheesecake. We need the answers.
Sometimes people will take, like, if there's a big, like donuts.
Yeah.
You might take a donut home to, like, give to your significant other or something like that.
Okay, yeah.
Some people might do that. Cheesecake, though, like, that's got to be refrigerated.
Yeah, that'd be really messy to try and take a slice home.
Would somebody, and a lot of times that's me. I'm the person. I like to share. I like to bring back good things. Bring good things home.
Yeah.
To Mrs. Hudson, but it wasn't me.
No.
What happened to this cheesecake?
Where did it go?
Yeah, I'm not mad. I'm just. It's sometimes with these things, I'm just concerned.
Yeah.
I'm just like, how can Nene or whoever it is actually handle that?
I'm not concerned. I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Curious as to how and why.
We just love mysteries, and this is a mystery that only has a few answers.
Yeah.
Possible answers.
Right.
And but they are interesting.
Yes.
We've got a giveaway going on, and this one is so special because we're giving away something that only one person in the world will get to have.
Yeah, something totally unique.
It's a collector's item, but it also has a function as well. It is a JBL Flip 6 Bluetooth speaker. It is customized with the RadioU logo, RadioU design, and there's only one of these that will ever be made, and it's going to go to one winner who is going to be somebody that donates to RadioU this week as part of RadioU Giving Day. You can find out all about this and get your donation in at RadioU.com or in the RadioU app.
We actually have this sitting in the RadioU office right now in its box.
You've seen it?
I've seen it. I've laid my hands and my eyes upon it.
You just did the broccoli voice. That's how exciting this is.
It's the broccoli voice time. Yeah, no, it seriously is really cool, though. Like, I wanted to see it in person, and it's awesome.
I feel like I actually don't want to see it because it will kind of just make me a little jealous, a little envious.
And you
that
can't
I
win
have
it
it for myself. I can't have it, and there's nothing I can do to get this thing.
But you listening right now, you can do something to get your hands on it.
So here's how you enter for your chance to win this one-of-one collector's item RadioU custom branded JBL Bluetooth speaker. You go to the RadioU app or RadioU.com and you get a donation started. You can do $5. You can do $5,000, whatever works for your budget and however much you just love RadioU, do what you can, and your donation gets you entered. If you already donate to RadioU monthly, you have to increase your donation a little bit to be able to get entered. Or there's also other details you can find at RadioU.com/contest as well.
Yeah, make sure and check it out. You can see what the speaker looks like on the app. You can see it on the website, RadioU.com. But it's really awesome. And all you got to do is give to get yourself in the line for potentially winning it.
And I know there's definitely somebody thinking right now, why, like, I want to enter the contest, but why do I have to donate to RadioU? Like, what's the point of donating to a radio station? And the point is, RadioU is completely commercial free. We're completely listener funded. Everything we do here is because of people's donations.
Yeah.
And so if you love the music, if you love the message, the mission that we have here at RadioU, that's what you're donating to continue that on. The reason you're hearing RadioU now is because others have donated to make it possible for you. And you can do the same to keep it around for yourself and for others. RadioU.com or the RadioU app to donate. And thank you. Yesterday on the show, we literally talked about how there are so many emojis that there are many faces that we don't even know what they're supposed to mean.
Right.
We are struggling to interpret them. People were sending them in, and we're trying to figure out what do these emojis mean. But apparently, there are more emojis that we need.
Oh, no.
We already have too many, but we do need more.
Oh, no.
And I have here the 9 new emojis that are coming the next time you get a phone update. These should be come with that.
Yeah, in your update.
These were just approved by the Unicode Consortium, which is who decides which emojis go onto phones. It's not Apple or Google or anything like that. The Unicode Consortium is in charge of emojis. So here we go. 9 new emojis. 1, trombone, an instrument.
Okay.
It looks like similar to a trumpet. It's, I guess, a brass instrument.
Yep.
A treasure chest.
Okay.
Pirates will be happy about that one.
Yep, for the pirate booty.
A distorted face, which is, it looks like if you're like an emoji where the face is being blown up like a balloon and it's about to explode.
Or if you take a picture of somebody in like 0.5, but you're like right over their head. You know how kind of weird it looks if you do that?
That's like fisheye kind of.
Yeah, fisheye. Yep.
I think I can see a lot of uses for that one. Hairy creature, which is absolutely Bigfoot.
It's just Sasquatch.
I don't know why they don't call it Bigfoot.
Right. Is the Bigfoot like, is that licensed? Like,
there's no
copyright?
way.
Like,
you can't. Nobody can own Bigfoot.
I would think so, but why wouldn't they call it what it is?
Yeah, because it's even doing like the classic Bigfoot pose.
Right.
There's also a fight cloud, a apple core. We needed that one.
We needed the core.
An orca, ballet dancers, and finally, landslide. These are your 9 new emojis coming to your phone soon.
Oh, yes. I always wanted to be able to have emoji to talk about a Fleetwood Mac song, so that's perfect.
Yeah. I mean, this has to be the last update of all time, right?
I feel like they're just going to keep coming up with more.
We don't need any more.
I know. I agree with you. Like, there definitely doesn't need to be any more, but if this is on the list and they're bringing these on, then they're just never going to stop.
None of these, here's how you know we don't need more emojis. Because none of these did I look at and go, don't we have that already? And if I thought that, then that would mean that like I thought I needed it. You know what I mean? Yeah, you just don't see any of these and you're like, what am I going to use this for?
Right.
When will I use a ballet dancer emoji?
Yeah, I thought the dancing woman with the red skirt was enough to just convey dancing.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But I mean, I think out of all of them, the one I'll probably end up using, if at all, would be the distorted face. Because that one is kind of funny.
I can see how I could wind up using that.
Yeah.
The apple core, the fight
the
cloud.
other ones are honestly most of the time these type of random ones that are like objects or a thing or a setting. I don't really use those anyways. I usually just go for the face ones.
Right. Yeah. I don't know anybody who is suggesting these.
I don't know.
How are they keeping these people in business?
I don't know, but this is somebody's job, Hudson.
I know.
Somebody's job is to not only come up with these, but also to draw these.
Yeah. And they're panicking because they're like, I'm really out of ideas.
Right. Like we're scraping the bottom of the barrel now.
Landslide, trombone.
Explosion fight thing. We don't know what it is. This
Pay
cloud.
me money. Pay me money. The perfect relationship. And I don't know if anybody's ever achieved this, but the perfect relationship, the ideal, is if you each could read each other's minds and that wouldn't start a fight. Not that, like, we all would still have the same thoughts, but if you can meet somebody where if you could read their mind, you might not agree with everything they think, but you wouldn't be upset about anything that they think, You'd
already be aware of it.
You could have an understanding of what they're thinking, and it wouldn't end things. And this is what I don't think anybody's ever achieved that.
I was going to say, I don't think it's possible to do that. But also, I feel like there may be some things I don't want to know that people think about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why we can't achieve it. Because we don't want to know everything everybody else is thinking.
No, I don't want to know people's deep and dark, intrusive thoughts.
But if you think about like your best friendships and the best, like romantic relationships you can have or have had in your life, are probably the relationships where you've been the most honest with each other.
Yeah.
Where you can say the most, like where you can go the most of your deepest thoughts and share that with somebody else, and they still are your friend or they're still your partner.
Right.
This is what we can aim for. Although, yet again, as humans, I don't know if it's possible, but it actually is possible with God.
Yeah.
Because God knows all of our thoughts. Jesus understands everything that we're thinking. And believe it or not, He's not leaving us over that. That's not a relationship
ender.
It's not
scaring him away.
But I do think it'd be important for us. Like, honestly, this is something I want to try to practice of, like, when you think God knows all of your thoughts anyways, what if you kind of, like, are actively sharing your thoughts with God. Like, I feel like that would probably put some good guardrails on where our mind is going.
Yeah.
If we thought about it in that way. And also, like, it'd just be a better way of getting God involved in your life and realize, because he is always around. Like, Jesus is always there. You can always tap into him. And so why wouldn't you, like, why, if you go through life with that mindset, I feel like that can actually really help things.
Absolutely. I think that's so true. And yeah, I feel like oftentimes we may think, oh, God already knows my struggles or what I'm dealing with. And that's true. He does. But it's still important for us to talk to him. It's still important to have a relationship. You can't have a relationship if you don't talk to somebody. So you need to be able to share and kind of say, hey, this is what I'm struggling with right now, God. I need your help in this situation. Help me out. Help me find a solution. Show me the right way to go about this. And he will help you out. But also, it'll just grow that relationship so much deeper and better. And I'm sure many of you can think of those relationships that you have with somebody that the more, as you mentioned, you were honest with them and the more you shared and talked to one another, the closer the bond between you became. That's the same thing that happens with God if you just open yourself up to that.
Yeah. So like I said, try to actively, like when you go through your day, I mean, start by just talking to God wherever you are right now and say, hey, like, God, I want to involve you in my life. I know that you love me and that you're there for me. So I want to have you around. I want to know that you're around. Start that there and then see what happens. The more you share with God, the more thoughts you share with God, see how that changes your day and your life, because it makes a big impact.
Absolutely.
If you want to know more, RadioU.com/free gift. Would you rather Wednesday? And our question is, would you rather perform at your best friend's wedding with an accordion or a tuba? Let us know your thoughts at 8772-RADIO-U. We'll lead it off with Regina, who says, tuba, because I would just play the VeggieTales theme song.
I love that.
That's a throwback.
Yep.
That is a classic.
And I feel like that'd be pretty easy to learn.
Yeah. Would that ruin a wedding or a wedding reception?
I mean, if you're big VeggieTales fans, I think it would make it.
I would not play that song while the bride walks down the aisle. I'll tell you that much.
That's a reception song for sure. Get the dances started with that one.
Yeah.
I heard from Shrew. He said, neither. Give me the theremin or bust.
I do love the theremin.
Yeah. He does say, though, that the accordion would probably be easier to play compared to tuba for him.
I have no idea between the two what, as far as just like, which could you pick up quicker?
Yeah.
I have no clue.
I'm not sure.
The tuba just feels like blowing where like... Where if you've got lungs, you can do something with the tuba, where the accordion has like all those buttons and stuff. Like that's a lot to keep track of.
And you got to push it back and forth. I think that's like pushing air through it.
I feel like you need a lot of coordination. A lot of things going
Potentially,
all at the same time. Logan says, I do not like either one of these instruments. I used to be in band in middle school and the early years of high school, and both of these instruments sounded very dull to me. But if I have to pick one, I'd go with accordion because that instrument is slightly less annoying between the two.
Okay.
Wow.
Susanna says the accordion is so much more jolly and interactive.
Okay. So, Allie, what are you picking?
I think I agree with Susanna. I think it is a very jolly thing. I'm not Polish at all, but polka music's fun, as we know, right up my alley.
Well, they're both involved in polka, right?
Technically, that's true, yeah. But right in my alley, the intro, I chose polka music for that.
Yep.
So clearly, I like polka. But yeah, I do think I have always known that my lung capacity has not been great. So I just think overall, I would struggle to play the tuba. I think it would be fun to play it, but I think the one that I probably would be better at, just to try and learn it and make sure I'm competent in playing at least one song, would be the accordion.
With the tuba, too, like those are heavy.
They are.
Like, you got to have lung capacity and hold it up. The only exception would be if you're playing the tuba, but it's like part of a marching band.
Yeah.
Then you can kind of blend in.
Right.
But if we're just talking solo, what song can you play solo on the tuba?
On the tuba, yeah, that would be difficult.
Whereas the accordion, I actually like the accordion. I think the accordion's fun. If I could choose like 5 instruments to learn, it would be one of those. It would be one of the 5.
Yeah.
And the accordion can be kind of, not only can it be like fun and jolly, it can also be romantic.
I was thinking that that too. Lady and the Tramp.
That's what I was thinking.
Yes.
Lady and the Tramp with the spaghetti. Those guys are definitely, one of them's playing an accordion.
Yes, absolutely.
So accordion is definitely the right answer.
Definitely the right answer.
And-
Although I will say, as a Buckeye fan, if ever I got the chance to play what is in the tuba family, the sousaphone, to dot the I, that would be immaculate.
What an honor.
Yes.
What an honor that would be. The trend on TikTok, it seems to be particularly women calling their ex to say goodnight.
I cannot explain this to you because this is crazy.
People are racking up millions of views doing this, calling their exes and saying, and just to tell them goodnight. Somebody put it as just calling to disturb your peace, which I kind of like. But here, okay, so I guess once one or two people do it on TikTok and get views,
Yeah.
sure, I understand the idea for you to be the caller.
Right.
How are there this many exes picking up the phone, answering?
I know. That's what I'm shocked to see is like, why would any of these exes actually answer the phone unless they, think it's like an emergency or something. But either way, it's honestly pretty messed up to do this. And also, you're not only are you messing with their head a little bit by being like, oh yeah, I'm here, remember me? But you're making them think like, well, is she still like hung up on me?
Yeah.
You don't want to make him think that you can't get over him.
Right. Or do you?
Or maybe that's why people are doing this trend.
That's
Secretly,
right.
they want to get back with their ex.
Or do they want to get back, or do they just want him to, their ex?
Think about them?
Yeah,
That's the vibe
still
it gives
feel like
off.
you're in charge.
That's the vibe it gives off. It gives off a needy vibe.
Yeah.
Of like being somebody that needs attention.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're like, oh, I'm just going to, call my ex real quick. Get a little pick me up.
I'm always in really every situation when there's a breakup is the just move on thing.
Yes.
Whether it was you doing the breaking up or them doing the breaking up, no matter how clean it was, like the best feeling you can have is if they, like, I do think it's a good feeling to have if they're hitting you up afterwards and you're just like, I don't even care.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, you really are doing yourself dirty, girl, by, calling this guy back and making him think like, oh, wow, she really can't get over me.
Yeah. But then he's answering. So like, if as the guy, if you're answering when your ex calls, you're giving her back the control. So just don't answer.
Yeah, that's true.
I wouldn't answer the phone for. I barely would answer the phone for Mrs. Hudson, honestly. Like, it's a phone call. What are we doing?
I know. I was like, this is really shocking in multiple ways. First of all, that you're calling someone. Second of all, that they're answering.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Particularly that you're answering for your ex.
Yeah.
Out of all the people you would answer for.
I'm just assuming it's the guys thinking that it's like an emergency or something. And being like,
your ex is calling you?
Yeah, I don't know why they would call you, but like, why else would the guy
This isn't a movie. Like, that doesn't happen.
Why else would the guy pick up, though? It doesn't make any sense to me. Why would he pick up?
I feel like there can't be this high of a percentage of guys that are sitting there going, yeah, I actually do want to get back with her in any way.
Yeah.
But that's the only explanation to me.
Yeah.
The only reason you answer.
Right.
Or these aren't really exes. What if this is mostly fake?
I'm wondering that too. If these are just situationships where things were never really ended,
Yeah. Labubus are so big right now, so popular that you can now at David's Bridal get custom tailored wedding dresses for your Labubus.
Wedding and bridesmaid dresses.
Bridesmaid dresses. I'm so thrown by this.
This is crazy.
If you haven't seen Labubu dolls, they're little, they look like little gremlins to me.
They're little goblin dolls.
Little trolls.
They're the ugliest dolls you've ever seen in your life. Why are they popular? I don't get it.
I wish I knew. Who can explain? Who can explain things like this? But they have become so popular that David's Bridal has got in on the trend. And so they have paired up with a fashion designer to create bridesmaid and wedding dresses for Labubus that you can get for the price of $50. And the bridesmaid dresses start at $35.
This is just crazy. But yeah, these dolls are super popular, and David's Bridal has been struggling financially over the past few years because all retail stores are struggling, no matter what type of retail it is, including wedding, obviously. And they, I think, are just trying to do something to help boost their popularity. And they're like, okay, Labubu dolls, it's really popular. Let's decide to make dresses for dolls now.
Yeah. And I was thinking, like, maybe this is kind of a way of David's Bridal. Like, we'll get some of these people in here and, you know, get them in for the Labubus. And then they're going to think of us when they get married. But here's the fatal flaw.
What?
Anybody who's spending $50 on a Labubu wedding dress is not getting married. That's a massive red flag. It's over for you.
But maybe they're going to buy their Labubu doll a wedding dress even if they're not getting married.
Yeah. No, that's the closest thing. But your Labubu wedding is the closest thing you will get to a real wedding.
It is. I also have to ask you, because you're a fan of The Simpsons, right?
Yeah.
Have you seen the clips that say The Simpsons actually predicted Labubu dolls?
No, I'm so out on The Simpsons predicting stuff.
Yeah.
Because so much of it is proven to be fake or, you know, cut up or whatever, so I just can't even pay attention to it anymore.
Right. Well, this one did throw me a little bit because in an older episode, Homer receives like this gift. And it's like a statue doll thing.
Okay.
And it's called Pazuzu.
Okay, that sounds familiar.
And you like bring it into your house and it actually is like a demon. It's crazy. But it looks very similar to the Labubu. Like it has a weird face, kind of similar to how creepy the Labubu dolls look.
Oh, that's from one of the Treehouse of Horrors.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is crazy. I don't know. Also, there's like 8,000 billion episodes of The Simpsons.
I know, but to get the name that close.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy.
Pazuzu and Labubu, like, I don't know. It's really wild. But either way, I'm like, yeah, I don't want that doll anywhere near me. Mm-hmm. Or in my family.
Yeah.
Keep it away.
We just talked about, like, having collections can be a very big red flag, just whatever they are to me.
Yeah.
Don't you
Sometimes
think?
some collections can definitely be like, okay, why are you collecting this?
Because we just talked about the clown guy the other day.
Oh, yeah, the clown guy.
Where he had the big clown collection and his girlfriend wanted to break up with him over it.
Right.
Because he wouldn't give it up.
Yep.
Even though they had been together for a while and she knew about the clown collection. It was just a test that he didn't pass.
He failed.
But I think she wasn't wrong. Like, she should have from day one been like, it's the clown collection or me, because that's a crazy thing to have. And the same thing with Labubus. And it's not even that they're creepy. It's just like you're spending all this money. And
they're expensive.
For what?
Right.
For what?
What's the purpose? I mean, it's just because it's trendy, but still, I don't get the trend.
And the Labubus, unless you buy them secondhand, they come in blind boxes. So it's essentially you're playing a Labubu lottery.
Yeah, you don't know what you're going to get, which I think that is a part of the appeal.
That's part of the appeal.
Yep.
But it also, that doesn't feel like a good investment.
No, it's so messed up. The whole thing is messed up. And I'm sorry if you're listening right now and you own a Labubu doll and you love them, but
lost all of our Labubu lovers.
I just don't get it.
But that's all right. Good riddance. Pepsi is doing it. They're getting in on the prebiotic soda trend. They are putting out their very own version, a prebiotic version of Pepsi. They're doing prebiotic Pepsi Cola and also prebiotic cherry vanilla Pepsi Cola.
I didn't know this was a trend.
Yeah, like Olipop, Poppy, you haven't heard people like seeing everybody drinking these things?
I guess I have. I didn't realize those were prebiotic sodas.
Yeah, that's the thing about them. That's why they can charge you even more than they charge for regular soda.
Did you hear that just recently, I think it was against Poppy, that they have to pay a bunch of customers back.
Oh, really?
The whole like lie that this is soda that's good for you is a lie.
That is, I mean, it has fiber in it, right? Like, I don't even know. I'm so confused on this that I don't even know what the benefit is supposed to be, which is honestly probably just like great marketing for them that they're just like, it's better for you.
It's exactly.
And everybody's like, okay.
It's fake. It's actually false marketing, you know, and now Poppi is having to pay the price for it because they've misled customers.
It doesn't seem like it's slowing them down at all. And in fact, Pepsi bought Poppi.
Oh, really?
Which makes this even more a little oddly confusing that Pepsi's launching their own prebiotic, the version of prebiotic Pepsi.
Yeah.
When they already, like that, wouldn't that be eating their own market that they're trying to fill up with Poppi? A little unusual.
Maybe, but they're also probably trying to target people that never would buy Poppi in the first place.
Yeah, or that like Pepsi, and they're like, I just wish there was a prebiotic version of this.
I'm sure there's many people that feel that way.
I think so. I'd be much more likely to try a prebiotic Pepsi than I would to go pick up Poppi. Although I think I have had Poppi.
Aren't they super expensive compared to like Coke and Pepsi?
Yeah, somebody texted in the other day and said that they were buying Olipop for like $12 a case, and that's for like 8. It's less soda.
Oh, so it's not 12.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no.
They come in smaller
that's
packages.
Crazy.
Yeah. I don't know. It's not. I'm tired of us trying to convince ourselves that soda can be healthy.
It can't be.
Like we had the same conversation with the sugar cane versus the corn syrup in Coke.
Right.
If you're like,
for me, that's a taste thing. It's not a health thing, by the way.
Yeah, but some people are saying like, oh, that's going to be healthier. It's like, yeah, arsenic's healthier than cyanide, but. You're lying to yourself if you think one is better than, like, it makes a difference.
It's like the lesser of two evils arguing against that.
You're just killing yourself slightly slowlier.
Yeah.
Slowlier.
We're all going to die. Might as well enjoy the ride.
Yeah.
That's how I view it, you know?
Drink your full calorie Pepsi, and you don't need any of the fiber in it.
I mean, I at least switched to Diet Pop, or Diet Coke. I don't drink all Diet Pop, but I drink Diet Coke. So I at least have switched from the full calorie, full sugar. But yeah, at this point, I admit that it's not good for me. Thanks for listening to the RadioU Podcast. Don't forget to rate and review the show.